In 2024, almost everyone agrees that The Last of Us Part 2 is a great game. But it wasn't always like that. When this game first came out, there were a lot of people saying that it was terrible. They were coming up with straight up lies just to spread hate on the game. But most of the reasons they gave were obviously BS. Today I will be going over 6 of the most popular criticisms towards The Last of Us 2 and explain why all of them are factually incorrect.
How you kill a beloved character is important, especially if that character is the main character that people care about. Nobody cares about Abby, especially when she murders your favorite character, and you do it in such a shitty way.
Why did this game have to kill off our beloved Joel, and why did it have to do it in the most brutal and cruel way possible? The fans wanted beloved Joel to have a hero's death where he gets redemption and saves Ellie in his final moments. I find this criticism so stupid because if you hold this opinion, then tell me how on earth did you like the first game? Literally no one in this universe has a heroic death. Not in the first game and not in this one. This is a dark, harsh and unforgiving world where people die before they can make everything right, and if Joel were to get a heroic death, it would feel so out of place for this game. Take Game of Thrones for instance. Every single beloved character dies in a horrific and cruel way and everybody loves that show. But when the same thing happens in The Last of Us, this guy along with thousands of his minions suddenly spread hate and review bomb the game. It's truly hypocritical and unjustified.
You could spend an entire video breaking down the problems this game has simply from a narrative perspective until your tongue goes dry. But I think it's just down to poor pacing, with such an odd shift between those faster paced, intense set pieces and then the slower character building moments where it just has this constant feeling of moving ahead aimlessly.
Now this guy's video is the funniest of all, because in an attempt to deceive his viewers, he calls the game's pacing bad. And get this, it's bad because of the fast-paced action set pieces followed by the slow-paced character moments. But let's be real here, the action balanced with quiet moments is literally one of the best aspects of The Last of Us 2. Naughty Dog nails this transition in every single game they make. They're known for having great pacing in games, and this one is no exception. In fact, I believe this is one of the best paced games ever. Don't believe me? Well, take a look at this. This article here shows that it's the most completed first-party PlayStation game. And if it had poor pacing, like this guy claims, that definitely wouldn't be the case.
In a nutshell, the entire story is revenge is bad. And they just keep hammering that theme home for the entire 25 hours. Revenge is bad. Revenge fucking sucks. Revenge has all of these far-reaching consequences. Everyone's getting hurt around you because of revenge. Don't fight fire with fire. Revenge with revenge. It's terrible.
Oh yeah, my favorite. Revenge bad. Now if you hold this opinion, you either have never played this game and only watched this guy's video, or you were drunk while you played this game. Well, yes, aspects of the game are about the cycle of violence. To say that this is the only theme of the game is just absurd. The Last of Us Part 2 explores themes of forgiveness, of obsession, of loss, of love, of redemption. There are so many ideas within this game, it's delusional to call it shallow.
It'll have you brutally murder some random person and then 6 hours later it'll give you a flashback of who that person was and why you should feel guilty for what you did. But by that point, you've already fucking forgotten about that because that character had no weight at the time.
Now I don't know where or when this misconception started, but it was never ever the game's intention to make you feel guilty about killing Abby's friends. What the game tries to do is to make you realize that it is so easy to kill someone you don't know, but it is so hard to lose someone that you do know.
The characters in this game get introduced and forgotten. There's no background, there's no development, there's nothing. They stay the same throughout the entire game, and you barely see them, by the way. And I'm talking major characters, not throwaways. For example, Jesse. Jesse's a character you meet early on. He impregnates Dina. Dina is the main love interest of Ellie. Dina herself has no real character about her other than the fact she makes jokes sometimes, but that's about it. You don't really get to see too much of Dina and really care for Dina because she just doesn't have much of a role to play, and even less for Jesse. Jesse impregnates her. Jesse's even a hero at one point, but in total, Jesse has about 6 scenes in the entire game. And then Jesse gets killed. He gets shot by Abby as he comes out of a door and is never mentioned again. Not by Dina, not by anyone. He just gets shot and it's like he never existed. It's like that bullet fucking erased him from the universe's memory.
Now if you have played this game, you know what he says here is total nonsense. Lev is a Seraphite who at the beginning of the game was really hesitant to work with a wolf, but after Abby helped him and his sister, he realized that not all wolves are terrible people. So clearly there are character arcs in the game. I don't understand why would you even try to lie about something so evident. Dina in the beginning of the game is with Ellie. She wants Ellie to kill the people that murdered Joel, but as Ellie keeps on taking it further, Dina becomes disconnected with Ellie, and in the end, when they have a family, Dina begs Ellie to stay, and when she is ignored, she leaves Ellie, kinda like Owen did to Abby, remember? Talking about Owen, he is my favorite character from the new cast. He is a person who always has loved Abby, but when Abby's obsession takes over her, he decides to leave her. And now, in present time, he has such a good heart that even when everything is going to shit, he still doesn't lose hope, just like a true Firefly. Also, the claim that Jesse is never mentioned again after his death is truly laughable. They don't need to say his name out loud, Penguin. Dina's kid is named JJ. Can you guess why? I can talk all day about Yara and Mel too, but saying these characters are forgettable and they don't serve a purpose to the story is just plain wrong. I don't know why Penguin decided to straight up lie to his viewers here, but his statements can't be further from the truth.
Now, towards the end of this game, this revenge segment that you're supposed to chase for throughout the entire experience ends up getting shafted, because you never actually get revenge, alright? I'm just going to leave it at that. It's completely wasting my time the entire way through.
How could Naughty Dog waste my time by not letting me get revenge, guys? How could they do that to me, guys? When Ellie is on the verge of drowning Abby, she suddenly envisions Joel's healthy face for the first time in months. Prior to this, she struggled to remember him without the haunting image of his bloodied face. This moment triggers a breakthrough in her PTSD, allowing her to remember their last conversation, when they talked about forgiveness. This enables Ellie to fully forgive Joel, and as a result, Ellie decides to spare Abby, realizing that killing her would inflict the same pain on Lev as Joel's death did on her. This, I believe, is the reason why she ultimately chooses not to kill Abby. If you guys enjoyed this video and want a part 2, please let me know in the comments. See you in the next one.